I think if you like Ohio State to win that game against Texas, probably over 10.5 wins, I think is a good bet. If you like Ohio State to lose that game week 1 against Texas, then I think under 10.5 games is a good bet. And I'm in the mindset that I'm liking Texas week 1 and I'm liking Ohio State under 10.5 wins. I think there's a bunch of reasons to really like Texas in that week 1 game against Ohio State. There's so much new on Ohio State. They're losing both of their coordinators this offseason. They're going to be starting that week 1 game against Texas, and they're not going to have Chip Kelly anymore as their offensive coordinator. They're not going to have Jim Knowles anymore as their defensive coordinator. And Matt Patricia steps in as the defensive coordinator. And Matt Patricia on defense is kind of giving me vibes to what like the Wink Martindale on defense was for Michigan last year. It's like going from Jesse Minter to Wink Martindale. It's kind of the same thing going from Jim Knowles to Matt Patricia. So I really don't love that move for Ohio State. I don't think people really remember just how leaky Ohio State's defense was at times before Jim Knowles got there. So losing him's a big deal, especially going up against Sark in that Texas offense week 1. Another reason I love Texas, the last 3 years, Sark has played in really big games, I should say, the last 3 years. They played at Michigan last year in week 2. They played at Bama the year before in week 2. And then they played home against Bama 3 years ago in week 2 as well. They obviously won last year at Michigan by nearly 20 points. They won in Bama. They beat them by 2 scores. And then they lost Bama 20-19 3 years ago, but they were 20-point underdogs in that game. Sark has shown the ability, since he has been at Texas, to always have his teams ready to play in those early season big-time matchups. In hostile environments, he's always got a good game plan. His defense always plays well. They're always well prepared, and I love that for them going into Columbus in week 1. How about it's a revenge spot too, right? You get to play the team that knocked you out of the college football playoff, the team that beat you in Dallas. You were right there. You had first and goal at the 1. Sark calls that toss play. And then obviously we know the rest with Jack Sawyer, scoop and score, and Ohio State wins the game. But Texas, they probably feel like they should have won that game. Now they get a chance for some revenge in week 1.